Welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I actually went ahead and turned up the volume because I finally got the feedback that I needed to do that. Oh god, there's a slaver faction. We need to murder them all indiscriminately. So let's explore the high seas. I guess fast mode. No, don't do fast mode. But, yeah, I kind of just don't feel like going to Nekataka yet. That's the next big story location. Wow, there's a lot of stuff on this island. Howling Gorge, which appears to be a pure combat map. Broken Spear Pass, Ruined Tower, and the Cavern of Jar Tuk Tuk. Yeah, let's fast mode while we're just on the island. That. Unaffiliated trade ships and Valiant Trading Company. Let's come up to the Howling Gorge. The desert wind carries a sibilant susurrus to your ears from the canyon ahead. Punctuated by cracks and pops, it reminds you of eggs on a hot pan or a fire in a dry brush. Or a fire and dry brush. The low growl that accompanies it, however, raises the hair on the back of your neck. Listen carefully. The sound resolves into a rhythmic chittering, slowly and cyclically rising and falling. It sounds like a chorus of voices, inhuman voices. Okay, continue cautiously forward. You carefully enter the desert canyon, keeping to the shade cast by the tall standing stones. Ahead of you, a group of Jarips chant, hopping back and forth on skinny legs, shaking their spears. Nested between them rises the black leathery form of a drake. The creature's wings rise above it as it tears at the corpse of a boar at its feet. Continue watching. With a mighty twist of its muscular neck, the drake tears up the boar in half. It rises up on its legs, lifting its head, and swallows the back half of the boar whole. The lump of the animal visibly travels down the reptile's throat. One of the Jarips hops forward. It tears its feathered headdress from its head and tosses it aside. It drops its staff a moment later and spreads its arms before the drake. The large beast peers down at the Jarip, then with a flash of movement eats the small wilder in a single bite. The other Jarips cheer, banging their spears against their shields. Use the distraction to sneak closer. You move quietly from stone to stone, entering the canyon without drawing the creature's attention. Yeah, I forgot that we're still, like, injured from going down. And I forget quite how to... It's just a young drake. The Jarips... Oh, they're still around. Let's go for the ambush.
Foes ahead. Watch me work.
Drakes can breathe fire in this setting. Okay, Gon's Pledge, centered on yourself. Or not. Just a skirmisher. In fact, let's just target the drake entirely. Use second wind. You target the Jarips. And you send a rolling flame.
Darkness flows and the light wanes.
Alright, just kind of... Yeah, you guys just go beat the tar out of these Jarips.
Certainly.
Jody, you stay back.
What can I do you for?
And now everyone just go in on the champion. What did I say about your AI?
You'll be right screwed.
Alright, we managed to go down without taking any more wounds. Oh, I think I just rest to get rid of them. Jarrup Tongues. Jarrup Champion Spear. A one-handed spear. That's actually interesting. With accurate. Pork. Jarrup Tongue. Jarrup Quarterstaff. Nothing from the Drake. It's kind of unfortunate. Anything neat around here? No? Oh, let's go ahead and camp then. Let's use fire kelp. Okay.
All right.
And I need to leave from the east, I believe. Under crafting, is there anything I need? Glazed chops. I can make that out of pork, fresh fruit, and salt. Plus 3 might, 30% healing received. Yeah, let's make that. Fwag spores. Attack targets are confused and take raw damage. It's under unique. Blackwood hull. Need 5 blackwood logs. And 64,000 copper. I assume this is like one of the best hulls you can make in the game. Let's see, that's scrolls. I can't make any healing potions. Alright. Encounter cleared. Now we know that this cavern is going to be Jarrup thing. You come across the opening to a small cave. Putrid gusts of hot air burp from deep within, and you hear the faint chitter and hiss of Jarrups in earnest conversation. Let's enter. Your boots crunch through a drift of brittle bones as you creep into the Jarrup lair. We're just treasure hunting at this point. Which I like. I wish we were hunting, like, rumored treasure or something, but...
Looks like trouble.
yeah, it's just... a lot of paralysis effects I've noticed. Holy crap.
Nightcap. That's not very helpful.
Alright, you just start shooting in there. Because I love that the arquebus is a friggin' grenade launcher. Oh, it's the hand mortar is the friggin' grenade launcher. Why don't you have any 3rd level spells? Weird. Go ahead and send in a bounding missile. War Chief Rauki.
That's not very helpful.
Let's see. Brastio, Adrabon, Shimmer Scale Shield. Shield engagement, one enemy's engaged, fine for 2. Shield deflection, thermal deflection, 5 all defenses against fire attacks, and polished scales, 10 all defenses against gaze attacks. That's interesting. Adair is sword and board. So let's see. Don't get... yeah, actually go ahead and take that. You lose 4 deflection, but you gain 4 accuracy. And you gain defenses against fire and gaze attacks. And I can afford an upgrade on it. Not exceptional. I can go from polished scales to mirrored scales. 10 defenses against gaze attacks, 50% chance to reflect gaze attacks. So I can just make this the Aegis Shield. Or warped scales, immunity to gaze attacks. You can also turn thermal deflection into thermal ablation. Plus 2 burn armor rating and 5 defenses against fire attacks. Or thermal reflection, 5 all defenses, 20% chance to reflect. Let's take thermal reflection and warped scale. Oh, I don't have the copper for warped scales. I feel like thermal reflection will come in handy more often, though. Oh, we never looked at selected correspondences of Giftbringer Eden. Sing, O Ocean, Sing, O ocean waves, of Andra's sorrow, of her unrequited love for the unattainable moon. Sing of the ocean's sorrow, so that we may forget our own. Each day the tides reenact Andra's longing for the great moon. The waters reach out at high tide, yearning for the heavenly body, only to slump into low tide when the moon proves unattainable. You asked me once why I loved Andra so dearly, how I could go from a life on dry land to being a devotee to the goddess of the oceans. I sing of the ocean's sorrow so that I may forget my own. It is Andra's message that speaks to my heart. I have devoted my life to helping others discard painful memories, for that is the gift Andra gave me. When I lost my young daughter, my wife and I were inconsolable until a gift bearer offered to take my toddler's toys and cast them into the deepest waters. Truth be told, I and the other gift bearers I know have never spoken to Andra. She's largely silent, and when she does speak, she uses floods and tidal waves instead of words. But we sing of the ocean's sorrow so that others may forget theirs. Andra's story, the story of desire unanswered, actually matters to people like you and me. Magran cannot steer you to victory over sadness. Hylia cannot force joy up down a crying throat. Only Andra can give us the strength to persevere when life seems without worth. And that is the answer to your question regarding why I love my goddess so dearly. Oh, there's that cowl. Right. I'm using Captain's Eye. While not flanked, resistance to perception afflictions. I don't think I need perception that much on a mage, actually. So let's go ahead and boost our perception, religion, and insight. Compared to, like, I think Seraphim. Plus, that's just a natural look for him, let's be honest. Let's at least give the mundane cloaks. Because, like, you're not a proper fantasy hero if you don't have a cool cloak. I look like fucking Dr. Doom. Oh my god. Plus 1 bluff and diplomacy, compared to plus 1 intellect, history, and insight. Where is skills? Who has the social skills? If anyone, Aloth. And that is what? Plus 15 max health.
I shall put it to good use.
Where did it go? Oh, personal inventory. Yeah, let's give that to Seraphim. Or, no. Jyoti needs the max HP. Power Surge. Boosts power level for the duration of the fight. Never mind, that's... yeah, Power Surge is actually pretty important for you. Adair, you have Perception. Darkest Before the Dawn. So I guess Seraphim it is.
I'm here. Indeed.
Sigil of Atrophy. Let's break it. So we have a basket of fish. A lot of breakable barrels for some reason. Mother Sharprock. From between the bars stares a frail and sickly Jaurup. It shrinks when you near, pressing itself into the furthest corner of its cage, trembling. Around its neck are the remnants of a bedraggled feather crest. Paint is smeared across its face, but the paint is old, flaking. It hasn't been reapplied in some time. The Jarup's regalia tells you they must have been an important figure in the tribe, perhaps a high priest or a mother, but its condition makes it clear those days are long past. What happened to you? The Jarup watches you with an unreadable expression on his face and says nothing. Break open the cage. You deftly pop the poorly crafted lock off the cage. The Jarup scrambles to get out of your reach. When you make no move to capture it, it stares between you and the open cage door, blinking rapidly. It tenses, then bursts out the door. Where are you going? The Jarup watches you intently. Who locked you up? The Jarup scuttles behind you and grabs hold of your leg. It points across the cave to the corpse of a large, well-adorned Jarup, one of their champions, and scowls. Why are you following me? The Jarup tilts its head slowly and blinks. It narrows its eyes, like it can't quite figure out what you mean. It glances back at the cage you freed it from, then glares at you expectantly. Do you always follow your leader around? The Jarup clings tightly to your leg and refuses to let go. You want to come with me? It stares up at you unblinking and finally releases your leg. When you make no move to chase it away, it hops up and down excitedly. The faint trace of a smile forms on Adair's lips. Full compliment. Wait. Mother Sharprock is now available to crew your ship. Nice. Do I need to talk to you again? She trots along beside you, tail held high. Nice. Oh, I get to name the island. I think desert is 1S. And it's 2 S's because you want more dessert, but let me check. Yes. Making your mark. Got some extra hardtack. Broken Spear Pass. Bones crunch underfoot. Strewn across the sand are skeletons half buried in wind-blown dunes or lying bleached and baking in the sun. Their corpses still wear the tattered remains of their clothing, their packs tangled in their limbs. Worms circle like vultures high above you. You feel a tug at your leg. Mother Sharprock clings to your boot, staring out at the dunes, and looks up at you. Her eyes are wide with fright. She fears this place. The sand is strangely lively here. It dances as if caught in a breeze, but there's no wind to stir it. Several piles of grit rise above the dunes in suspiciously orderly mounds. Use a ranged weapon to test the sand mound's reaction. The mound of sand whips itself into a small storm. It rages across the dunes, and its outburst awakens the mounds of sand beside it. Together they rise from the desert as a swirling cloud and bear down upon you en masse. Sand blights and desert worms. The sand blights are not very difficult to take down, but they hurt like a mother. Oh, who couldn't penetrate that? Oh, I think that was them not being able to penetrate Jyoti's defenses.
Of course.
Most of these creatures are not that difficult to defeat.
I'm here.
Oh, and there's even loot. Primal Wind. The swirling cloud of smoke and air flashes with occasional bursts of energy. Scoria and primal rock. Chiseled portion of rock, slate gray and pocked with gleaming minerals. When set in the ground, it floats a small distance above the earth. Leathery winged claw.
I shall.
Would you look at that?
What? No, no! Please tell me I can go back into the map. Let's go to the ruined tower next. Nothing of value. 3 potions of elemental defense, and that's it. Alright. Beggar Wifroth of the Principe. Could go down to Port Mage to sell some stuff. I do want to see. She is a deckhand and chef. Let's go ahead and take this opportunity, actually, to swap out some of my staff. Not for any negative reason. I just need to make sure that, you know, we're well trained. Oh, I need more drink. Don't I have water? Huh. Yeah, I'm not using booze for anything else. But in case someone's injured, I want to have competent crew on hand. So that's why I want to make sure I train more people in things. Surgeon decking. Alright. Yeah, let's go to Port Mage. Because it's right nearby. But first, let's check this out. The Huaro. You're sailing past a reef when Chitapek shouts out, pointing to the port. There lies a ship stranded in the middle, perched on a narrow shoal. It tips and rolls with the passing waves. Hanging from its mast is a blue flag showing an image of a crescent moon sinking beneath the waves. Your crew gathers round, murmuring in low, excited voices. Oswald rushes to the railing. Captain, that's a gift-bearer ship. No telling what sorts of treasures it's got. Venezi snorts. Gift-bearers carry sentimental junk. Worthless stuff. No, that's a smuggler's ship. It's a classic disguise. Beodul spits into the water. And it's a fucking stupid one. Gift-bearers only visit landlocked settlements. That's a trap. I don't have a spyglass. Interesting. What was that about the gift-bearers, Venezi? Venezi fixes a pensive frown on the wreck. No offense, Captain, but the servants of Andra collect things people want to forget and consign them to the sea. Anything gift-bearers might be carrying would be stuff nobody wants. Thoughts? Let's talk to Seraphin. Ain't a trap, Captain. Ship be too smashed to shit for that. Might be too smashed to shit for salvage, too. Seraphin scratches the back of his head as he peers at the vessel. Let's prepare a skiff. We'll have to row out and climb the hole. You row the skiff above the reefs, the waves tossing it, the bottom of the small boat occasionally scraping across the jagged structure below. You tie off on a snag of coral next to the wreck. The water is rough and the hole slick with brine, but you're able to purchase between the shifting planks. This takes athletics. Climb up. You pull yourself up using bent planks and barnacles for holds. You've almost reached the main deck when a wave slams against the ship. You hear a crash from somewhere below as the vessel rocks. Your legs slip out from under you and your fingers dip into wet lumber. Your grip holds. Once the ship settles, you resume your climb and make it to the safety of the deck. The ship is deserted. You don't even find corpses. If the ship had a skiff, it's missing too. Search for salvage. 10 medicine. Ooh. 27 ammo. You find several crates of supplies and several more of assorted odds and ends. Handkerchiefs, bead jewelry, cracked scrimshaw, a child's doll. You think back to Venezi's comments and wonder if this might have been a smuggler's vessel after all. Search for evidence of smugglers. It's up to Seraphin. Do that. Seraphin glances around before sliding a crate of junk aside and finding a trapdoor underneath. Within rests a small chest brimming with golden skellings. You've gained 23 golden skellings, which are 12 copper each, so like 300 copper? Or no, 200 copper? 260 copper? Seraphin whistles. Smugglers after all. Among the coins rests a small figurine of an imp of all things. Laughing Imp Cameo. Aha! I remember the Audra Dragon statuette I had. Or no, it was a Wyvern statuette in the first game. You load your find onto the skiff and row back to your ship. Crew earned 109 experience. Alright, there's a bit more undiscovered territory on the way to Port Mage, including this islet here. What do we got? Fresh fruit and some water. And I need to put that water... Oh, there we go. Another little island with an abandoned village to loot. 3 ripple sponge. 25 tar loaf. 19 rice. That's some nice supplies. Some stranded supplies too. And let's go to Port Maje. If I just hit supply, then we can start selling some stuff. I'll hold on to the regular fine equipment. I want to hold on to one Jarrett Champion Spear because that's really weird and interesting. Oh, where did I find that grimoire? Huh. Fine padded armor. Let's sell the fine hide and fine padded. Sell the traps, because I'm never going to use them. Spark crackers. Okay. So what have you got for me? Cottonweave sails. Less sail health, better combat speed, and better travel speed. I think I do want to pick that sail up. And I think that's it. Don't need to hire anyone, don't need to respec anyone. You don't need party management. Okay. So where to next? Actually, I have money, which means I can upgrade Adair's shield into warped scales, immunity to gaze attacks. So good. Reflecting again. Oh, enchanter. Oh, for fully enchanting, I guess. And then we just have the usual upgrade the shield deflection stat. Okay. Let's just head over west. Start exploring this corner of the map. Let's see. Seems to be a resource isle. Oh, a very good resource isle at that. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. A Valian mill. Selling hardtack and logger. I'll buy the logger. I'll sell that fine sword, I guess. Pick up some fruit. hardtack, a burial site, club, 191 copper, another 200 copper, 2 garnets. Ooh. Seem to recall those being particularly valuable gems. Three cave coral. Ooh, a pelt. We needed that. 5 aquamarine. And another oasis. You know, isn't picking every resource out of these islands just as bad as the colonialism you're taking the piss out of while fighting the faction that does it? It's a video game. My mechanical actions are different from my story actions. Oh, what? 700 XP earned from discovering, like, a set of islands, I guess. Imposter's Lament. Oh, and we've got some big combat maps. They're, like, kind of higher level, though. Oh, there's a shiny there, though. Oh, it's just an oasis. Rice farm, fruit. I actually, while I'm thinking about it, do need to put some rice and fruit into my supply bay here. Ooh, this is a big island. Abandoned village. 12 palm stones. 21 tar loaf. 13 palm stones. Jesus. Makes you wonder what happened. Oh my god. Jesus. That's a high level area. I do like that, you know, it's not like the level goes higher as you go in this direction. It's just some places are high level. Oh, flee? Yes. Yeah, it's just, you know, some islands are higher level than others. Nothing there. Big island here, though, with 3 skull difficulty stuff. Let's avoid that. Skulls in general are a bad sign. Maybe it's more stuff on the outskirts is probably going to be higher level. Coming up near Dunnage again. You hear a knock at the door to your quarters. You're not long at sea when Chittapek appears at your door, wiping away sweat with a rag. Begging your pardon, Captain. We've been at sea a while now, but you've not been in a state fit for speaking for most of it. The sailor glances over his shoulder, then backs to you. If this ship is going to be taking your orders, you might want to make a proper introduction. Let everyone know what you're about. Are you saying I've got something to worry about? No, Captain, it's just tradition, and the sociable thing to do. Chittapek chuckles. Alright, gather and address the crew. Chittapek calls the crew together on deck. The small group of sailors hang languidly from the rigging, perch on the crates, and sit against the rails. Their eyes turn to you as you stride onto deck. Can you believe that the statue in my room said you were all nothing to look at? Yeah. Welcome aboard. I'm your captain. Glad to have you, Captain, Haima cries, eliciting nods from several other crew members. Theodol smiles at you from above, crossed arms, and Eld and Engrim clap lightly. And Eld Engrim claps lightly. The ship isn't board and sails. It's all of you. I'll give you everything I've got as a captain, and I expect the same from you. Aye, Captain, Haima cheers, sparking chuckles. Cheetah Peck claps, and the rest of the crew join in, smiling and nodding. Ala flashes a quick, pleased glance. Morale gained. Oswald steps forward. Pardon me, Captain, but what exactly is the ship's mission in the Deadfire? You all have your own reasons for being here, and I doubt you all want to share. The same holds true for me. Alice's eyebrows flicker briefly. He nods his approval at your reserve. The crew split up, returning to their duties as the ship, your ship, sails on, slicing through the bright blue waters of the Deadfire. Usually not a big role player, but I do like the crew events. I like when there's opportunity, I guess, is the difference. Kazuar. Oh, God. Naval Combat is on level, supposedly, despite them having 75 hull health, 40 sail health, and 10 people. Attempt to flee. Defiant secures the wind gauge before Crookspear or vessel has a chance to come about and claim it for themselves. Just keep moving away. Wind at your back grows, howling in your ears. Your ship crashes through the waves as the wind drives it forward. I'm sorry, this captain is level 10. Distance closed by... Closed? Why are they not fully equipped? And then sails, Carvel hull... Crews scurry to their stations in preparation for maneuvers. Jibe to turn around. They're turning to fire. Just flee. Enemy stops. Can I retreat from 300 meters? Misjudges the wind's direction, failing to pick up enough speed to escape. The ship's sail abruptly flutter loose on their masts. Enemy fires. And deals a chunk of damage. Just full speed. They also go full speed over in a different direction. Opponents sit. Defiant beats to windward, attacking between port and starboard with all appropriate speed. Your ship is faster and crew better prepared. No, no, don't surrender. Retreat. Really? I'm half a kilometer away. Fled from inferior opponent. Excuse me? They had so much more health. A lot of high-level areas. Maybe I am supposed to just go to Nekataka and get some quests that'll point me to on-level islands. Hasongo. Stop here, get some water. Check this mill house. Agate? Do I need agate for anything? I think I have plenty of my own, don't I? No, I don't. Sure, I'll take that and the rice wine. We've got plenty of food and drink. Sayuka. What? Why do I care about Sayuka? Should have upgraded the cannons while I was in Maje. A lethargic, misshapen bird drops a damp missive onto the deck. Try the critter cleaver. To Hannah, the captain of the Defiant. I know what you're thinking. I have too many ethics-free apparatus. What the hell? Moved it to the far well of the dark cupboard at Periki's Overlook in Nekataka. I need to go shut that friggin' thing down. Oh, we're at Nekataka. Yeah, that's why. We're very close to a level up. You can get some water and fruit here, but do I care enough to? I should. I don't want to go to Nekataka yet. I want to make that next episode. That's why I'm kind of stalling here. I'm checking the surrounding area. I should stop doing that, though. So your two crew members arguing on the deck. An argument from the deck pulls your attention away from the gentle rocking of the ship and the smooth expanse of blue on the horizon. Half those fish were floating belly up, cries Chittipek. Better we throw out the whole catch than end up with a rot-bellied crew. They looked alive enough when we hauled them out, Eldengrim retorts, gesturing violently at the pile of fish on the deck. Fish die when you pull them out of the water. That's what fish do. Let's judge the fitness of the catch. If Joti do it. Several of the fish display discolored scales and bloated bellies, clear signs of disease. It's possible their meat could sicken the crew. See? Chittipek asks Eldengrim, scowling. Are you trying to give us all the squatting splatters? The fish go back in the sea. I won't risk the crew's health. The wisest course, Captain. Chittipek nods happily. The two hands dump the barrel overboard, returning the fish to sea. The open world is a really interesting... Oh, I think that's a level up. Heck yeah, it is. Ooh. Tahe. Let's do this location real quick. Yeah, the open world is an interesting approach to this game.
I must say, our adventures together have been a welcome change of pace.
Aleth approaches you, looking more at ease than you've seen him in a while. What made you think of that? He laces his fingers together as he considers your question.
When we first met in the Deerwood, you were struggling for your sanity. Now you're fighting for your soul.
He pauses.
I can't imagine the weight of that burden. And yet you've borne it, and more remarkably.
You seem to be holding up pretty well yourself.
I'm glad it appears so, though I'm hardly in the same position as you.
He gives you an almost pitying smile.
The gods have sent you after Aethys, and every power of note in Deadfire has their own plans for you.
He tilts his head.
That puts you in a position of incredible influence. I'm glad you don't take your responsibilities lightly.
I merely think things through.
If only more people did as much.
I
I hope you'll remember this in the days to come.
He gives you a thoughtful nod. Level up. Hannah, level up. Skill advancement. Continue into metaphysics. And... Arcana. The active skill point and a passive skill point. So you can choose... Let's see. Let's look at these passives for a minute. I'm not using two-handed weapons. Will defense. Concentration at the start of combat, which is... Each point will prevent a single interrupt effect from being applied to them. Let's take that. Spirit of Decay. Gain increased penetration with acid and decay attacks. Or, this is an elemental focus, got it. In spell shaping. While casting targeted area of effect spells, gain the ability to increase or decrease the size of the area at the cost or benefit of power level. Ooh. That's cool. I'm gonna do... what do we got for spells? Concussive missiles, flame shield, confusion, dimensional shift, Minor Arcane Reflection. Ooh, I need Arcane Reflection. New power level unlocked. Adair levels up. So let's continue into his athletics and survival. We now have access to power level 4. We can get him rapid recovery. Increases amount of health regenerated from constant recovery. It's per encounter, so it's really good. So we got into the fray. I can get lower their guard. Enemies' armor rating significantly reduced for the next attack they receive, or out of the fire. Allows the fighter to pull allies to safety if they choose. Doing so will not harm the ally. Let's stick with lower their guard. Vigorous defense. The fighter becomes fiercely determined to deflect all incoming blows, dramatically increasing all defenses for a short time. Charge. Fighter dashes across the battlefield in a flash, stunning anyone caught in their path. Disciplined strikes. Aware inspiration is now improved to the intuitive inspiration. Plus 5 perception, 50% grace to hit, 25 hit to crit, compared to 5 perception, 50 grace to hit. So that adds 25 hit to crit. Or tactical barrage, acute inspiration as well, which adds plus 5 intellect and use abilities and spells at plus 1 power level. That's not as important for a single class fighter, I think. Let's go ahead and take... Hold the line because he really is my frontline fighter. Jyoti. Continue into alchemy and religion. Okay, we've got Duality of Mortal Presence. The monk gains 2 modal abilities that allow them to switch between linking their incoming wounds to their body, constitution bonus, or their mind, intellect bonus. Thunderous Blows. Gather all your strength into your strikes, gain the Tenacious inspiration while the effect lasts. Tenacious is 5 might and 2 penetration. That's really good. Can upgrade Dance of Death to Enduring Dance. Monk can now receive multiple hits before the dance will end. Rooting Pain occasionally generates a shockwave around the monk each time he or she gains a wound, inflicting a small amount of damage and interrupting all enemies in the... Ooh! Need to be more active about spending her wounds. Seraphin. Continue into Streetwise and Stealth. Let's see, Barbaric Yell can be upgraded into Barbaric Roar. Enemies in a line are now affected, and the force can knock down foes. Barbaric Shout. Enemies all around the Barbarian are now afflicted. Afterwards, the Barbarian receives bonus engagement. Frenzy can be upgraded into Blood Frenzy. While active, critical hits bleed targets for raw damage over time. And Spirit Frenzy sends the Barbarian into a frenzy, while active, attacks can stagger foes. And Savage Defiance. The Barbarian channels their own irrepressible determination, granting the Robust inspiration for a short time. Robust being plus 5 Constitution, 2 armor rating, and regen. Yeah. Although that does cost 3 whole rage. That's a lot of rage. Unflinching. Tumbling. I'm really building him with passives, aren't I? let's give you 2 up in style. And Aloth. Mechanics. Insight. For spells, Iron Skin, Mara's Writhing Tentacles, Wall of Flame, Essential Phantom, Arcane Reflection. Aloth is more of a damage dealer. Essential Phantom? And concussive missiles. Oh, we're fighting a friggin... Is that a friggin' troll?
No, fall back.
And brine imps.
That's it.
Okay. Jyoti, you move over here and start taking out the brine imp. Combusting wounds on Tahe himself. Frenzy. Move in and attack. Oh, there's another brine imp. Jyoti, leap over to it. And start beating on it.
Happy to oblige.
Mesotheist, 20% chance. Oh, I think that's from his armor or something. Go ahead and minor missile. Oof. No penetration on them. Gained an item. Tahe's head. Was that a bounty that I had? No, that's going to be a bounty from elsewhere then. Troll skin? Tears of St. Makalo. +1 armor rating against spells grants martyrs memories. Once per rest, cast becomes petrified and untargetable for a brief time. Ooh. Ring of Overseeing, +10% area of effect, and a horn.
Of course.
Yeah, I feel like that's a Nekataka bounty. Let's give that AoE ring over to Aloth. Because one, he's under-geared as hell. Let's actually give that to Jyoti, I think. Yeah. Because Jyoti kinda dies a lot. Also an inlar, power surge. I don't think anyone needs that, really.
I sure do like it.
Is there anything down here? No, it's just the fight and some fruit. Alright, well, next time on Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, I don't have much of a choice but to head up to Nakataka, I think. See you guys then.